Good evening. Hi, everyone. I am Transformation Coach Mashudu. So, welcome. Welcome to my broadcast. Just going to be quick. I was busy driving this evening. My son needed for me to take him to the shops and buy gifts for his friends. And as I was sitting in the car waiting, I saw, we call them the porters, the trolley porters. So they were busy pushing the trolleys, moving them from one area, from the parking area to inside the mall. And I was just fascinated by just what I was just seeing. And it reminded me of my old job, which was in business improvement, because I was a productivity specialist. And in that, one applies what you call lean transformation, which is part of the Toyota production system. So for those who might have done engineering or business improvement, they'll hear about TPS. And I just looked at how these guys, there were six pulling a long tray of trolleys, and when they reach a certain point, so they separate them into different numbers, and it just reminded me of that lean system and the batch process that one does. And when I looked into that, I just realized how can one apply that into our lives? And that is where I thought of this connects with what we do in coaching. So welcome everyone. So say hi. So I'm streaming to my YouTube, to my Facebook account, and also to all my social media. So say hi and engage with me, and also share this. If you're in my YouTube, just like and subscribe. I'm Transformation Coach Mashudu, so welcome. So back to my story. Hi, Sbonella. So back to my story of looking at this trolley porters busy pushing this, and there were about four, which just shows about teamwork. And when one does lean transformation, there has to be teamwork, and it's a continuous improvement. It's a cycle. And how does it relate it to coaching? It like when you're someone who's busy, who's stuck, maybe you're going through a lot, and you start and say, I need to do something, I need to undergo coaching. What I've seen in my field, you find that people will come, they want quick solutions, they want something just to disappear like that. And I'll ask them, how old are you? Someone will say, yeah, I'm 35. And I say, in these 35 years you've been accumulating all these traumas, all these challenges, all the problems that you're encountering. And when you approach coaching, that is how you have to use the principles of lean. That is where there's teamwork. You have to work with your coach. You have to be fully committed, because for one to improve, if you're not committed, it's a waste of time. And then it's a continuous improvement. And continuous improvement, you'll see it bit by bit. That's why you have to put, I always say to someone, right now, where are you in your state of mind? Right now, just go and journal, where are you in your state of your mind? And then when you start doing this journey and see how you're improving on a weekly basis. And at times when we're doing techniques, there's a log sheet that we normally complete. And I'll write and review the client, how they are, and then they'll also mention how they are. And it just shows that. So you can apply lean transformation in anywhere, even in your houses. You can even look at your house, where you are, even in your career. You can just say, this is where I want to go. What am I going to do? Even on your goals, it's like having that action plan. But in that action plan, you need to be continuously improving so that you become better. And in coaching, you have to be continuously improving, because if you don't put the effort, if you don't do the homework that you're given, if you don't sit down and say, I'm going to dedicate this 1 hour to me time. I always say, if one has got homework, it's your me time to get to know yourself better, because you are 100% in your body and you're always in your body. So it's quite important that you do that. Let's see, let's check who else is there. So say hi, guys. I'm Coach Mashudu. Welcome. If it's your first time joining me, welcome. And do share this in your social media. And I just wanted to emphasize the importance of applying lean transformation, which is continuous improvement. And I attended also a breakfast that was 2 weeks back, and I spoke to one of the ladies, and she's in real estate, and then she was talking about how to apply lean, and she's also applying it into her life on how to improve. And I was like, this is what I used to do. This is what I used to help people and say to continuously to improve how the team works, and you have to have system in place on how the team is improving as well, and it improves teamwork, collaboration, trust, and as well you're able to measure yourself on where you are. So in your life, apply that. In your careers, apply that. Have that action plan and say, this is where I'm going to move and this is where I'm going to go. Someone would have asked me and say, why have a coach? A coach helps you to develop that project plan, or you can be the plan and guide you and coach you and help you see beyond your eyes. Like myself, I also have got wonderful coaches. And last week, I met with one, and tomorrow I'm meeting with one. I'm looking forward to that engagement in terms of improving my business and how I run my business. And that is what they help you with, because with each session that you have with a coach, provided you're dedicated, you've created the intention of saying, I'm ready to work, I'm ready to improve, you'll see those improvements. And as coaches, we celebrate when we see our clients winning, because we know that it takes a lot of gut. And you see people transforming, you never realize the groundwork, the behind the scene work that one has to do. Hi, Cindy, welcome. It's good to see you. So welcome to this live, and do share. And if you've got any questions, do type. And then back to the lean. So if you want to know more about lean, the Toyota production system, you can even Google it. There's a lovely 8-minute video which tells you about lean, and you can apply it in any business. It doesn't have to be any coaching. And even with, let's say you're someone who's a chef, you can even apply it and make sure, like, even when you're cooking, things are in place and you've got stock, everything is in line. Because at times, even for someone who's starting a business, it's a great tool to use. And if you don't know, just go to that, Google it and say the the Toyota production system, how does it work? You'll be able to save a lot of money, because you'll be able to save a lot of money. There'll be efficiency in your business, and even with your life as being a client, if you're with a coach, you will be efficient. You will, even your morale will go up. So yeah, I felt like, let me share that what I just saw, and the fact that it was just live in my eyes, and the innovation. Because another thing is just one, when they want to improve systems, maybe you're running a business and then your employees will tell you, no, you need to spend more money and all that. The first thing that you need to do is to evaluate the system and even ask your teams, where can we improve? Where can we reduce losses? And we have seen even in our country, there's so much that is happening. The petrol price went up. My sister just told me that the ombudsman is not happy. So the price from, I think it's this week, is going to reduce for the petrol. But looking at that, even the food, it's down. So you can also apply it. Hello, Zibu, welcome. So you can also apply it even in your house. So with the crisis that we have, so sit down, have a plan in place and say, this is how we're going to improve. This is what we're going to change as well. So have a plan in place. What I liked during COVID, which taught me, I know when I told my friends about it, they thought I was mad, because being an engineer and always wanting things to be in place. And one of my coaches says, my timekeeping is crazy. You just leave for today. Now I have to know if I need to do something, I need to commit a date. Then I start working on it. And then my mind gets excited that there's an end goal that I need to work on. So during COVID, what I did, the first 2 weeks when we were locked down, I was like, I'm going to go meet with these kids, because we didn't have a helper. So we didn't have a helper. We didn't know what to do. We were all stuck in the house. So the first week, it was just chaos. And then the second week, I created a plan. What is it? A schedule. And the schedule I can even share it. I still have got a picture. The schedules mention how what time we wake up, what happens on Sundays, what happens on weekends, and then when do we exercise, who washes the dishes. So also my kids became self-sufficient because they learned how to cook as well. And my daughter now, before I came to this life, she said she's going to bake. I don't have to worry that she's going to burn herself because she knows how to measure, she knows how to do that. So with that, I had to have that schedule. So the schedule carried on until 2021, where we, like for me and my husband, we thought we'll pair up with one of the kids and then we'll cook and then we'll fold, and then there'll be days of saying, no, today's play day, just sweep, and then we'll play games. We bought a lot of of games the day before the country was locked down. So that also helps. So having a plan of action, and I've been challenged also to teach people about time management. So one day I'm going to teach people about time management and the importance of it, because it affects, as much as you're a procrastinator, remember it also affects other people. It might affect your business, might affect how you relate with others, because you're slowing them down. So coming back to lean also, there's time management of saying you have to write down how things will be done, what time and all that, you stick to that and you create routines. So if you've got even if it's a small company that you have in your own house and you've got clients, you've got websites, they have to have system in place where you are gonna create routines and you always upgrade on those routines. And it's so good to always utilize your clients in terms of improvement, that is asking for feedback, because feedback is the best gift that you can ever have from people, even from your clients. And that is why I love listening to my clients and doing surveys. Like recently I did a survey on self-mastery, trying to understand what are the frustrations and the problems that people are having in their life. And the reason I did that because I was busy with the programs, and 9-step program on self mastery. What I loved about the feedback was that some of the issues that I'm busy addressing in the program is what people are raising. So if you still want to participate, so this week, it might be next week, where I'm going to provide feedback to those who participated. And with that feedback, I'll be sharing some of the first 3 steps. So you will be learning, and if you want to be part of it, so go to my timeline and check where the survey. I'll also note it down, and then I'll also share it as well. Participate in that survey so that when I announce, which I'll send emails to those who participated, you are able to learn on how to master yourself, because it's an amazing thing to master yourself, because when you master yourself, you're able to say to the world who you are. You're able to set up your boundaries. You're able to know yourself. You're able to know the bad side of you. We are not all goody goodies. We've got our evil side. So it's always nice to know what is it and how people perceive you. And there are tools that I'm going to teach people on how they can evaluate themselves and become better human beings. Because when you're a better human being, you become a better leader. And then when you're a better leader, you're able to influence, because wherever you are planted at the moment, you might be in a business. It's not by chance that you're in that business. You're there to influence people, to shape people, and also you need to be authentic. I also had a chat with another friend of mine. We're just talking about discipline. At times you have to be in a role where you have to discipline people because it's your role, and you have to do it. You shouldn't shy away from it, because other people, you have to crack the whip so that they learn. And it's part of leadership. No one is going to like you, not all of them. And when you do that, you make yourself and the company much better, become efficient. But you have to do it properly. So there is always consequence management that you have to manage. Hi, Sonelo. So yeah, thank you guys. So I trust what I've just shared with the encounter that I just had this evening in terms of lean, how with the trolley porters, how they do it. So look into your life. Where can you where can you improve? And also I can go further. If this was interesting, I can teach you guys about lean transformation. It's something that I loved. I love facilitating that, just going deeper and making sure that, because when people know about lean, and the beauty about lean is that the first things that you need to do, you need to share what is the company, where it's going, what are the values. Coming back to coaching, one of the things that one has to do, we go into your values, understanding who you are, where you come from. And in terms of that, I would say, a thought just came by. It's in terms of I'm the king of the castle. That is where I'm concentrating on. I'm saying, who am I? So gents, do join us on it's on the 18th of August, where we are continuing with the discussion of who am I, because it's quite important you create that foundation. If you don't have the foundation, we are going to have the chaos that we currently have in our country. So have the foundation, who you are. Even me, I learned at a later stage of my paternal side. I didn't know my paternal side. And when you've got a family, if you don't know your roots, you're going to lead that family astray. And then you always say, no, they don't respect me. So it's time to know, and it's time to change wherever you are. Thank you, Sponel, for the feedback. Yes, we can have a chat. So I think I might do a workshop on that. It could be, I'll look, because it's a broad subject, and I would like to make sure that everyone who comes through can be able to apply those principles. And it's fascinating. And even just attending, you'll just be able to change your life and to change your environment as well. Because most people are entrepreneurs, and we need to apply that in our businesses. And one will say, I don't have money. It's simple things that one can improve. Even suggestion scheme in your section, changing how you communicate, and making sure at times, because people are different, we tend to just have a one way of communicating. Some prefer video, some prefer some will just say, they'll just say, yes, boss, because they're so scared of you. And when you bring someone who's also able to read body languages, who's able to understand the mentality and take people on your vision, because part of doing lean, you need to take someone on the company vision of where your company, and when they understand it in layman terms, you'll be so productive. You'll be doing amazing things, and someone will say, I want to come and benchmark with you and say, what have you done? And they go like, so simple things. And those simple things, they change the bottom line of your company. They change the way you operate, and also it creates teamwork, because your employees are the people who sell you. And they'll always make sure that you always have a comeback from your clients. So if they know that they are part of this organization, you're going to do amazing stuff. Because most people, they spend almost 80% of their time at work. So make it interesting. So coming back to lean, you can have small incremental changes in your life. So it's quite important you are dedicated, you know your foundation, you know where you are coming from. And that is what I do when I do the coaching. I do one of the techniques called the meta questions, trying to understand your foundation, and then you'll even realize how you think. So yeah, I trust that has helped. Hi, Pumza. Thank you for coming through. So, wow, I said to my family, I'll be talking here for 5 minutes. I see it's almost 19 minutes, but thank you. So if you've got any questions, and I'll also share when I can do that workshop so that you can attend. And even if you don't make it, I'll make sure it's recorded, because I believe there's so much that we can change in our companies. There's so much you can change in how you run your business, and there's so much that you can change in how you live your life and become a better leader, because we are all leaders in our own rights. Wherever you are, you might be a mother. A mother is a leader. A father is a leader. A sister is a leader. A brother is a leader, because there's someone behind who's always looking at you and you're not aware of it. And you have to always to be continually improving so that you are better, and you are upskilling your skills so that you are an effective team member. An effective team member were in your home, in our country, in our world, because most of the solutions, most of the challenges that we're facing in our society, they lie within us. We just have to sit down and be able to, to add value wherever we are. And there's so much that we can do. So let's say on our deathbed, you're able to say, I made a change. I made someone's life change. I created an impact in how they view life, in how they run their businesses, in how the economy. So it's an opportunity to transform your economy. So when you transform yourself, when you transform your business, the economy is gonna, you see, sorry about that. So people are gonna shine, and they, as a country, we're gonna benefit a lot. So that's it. So remember, next time when you're out there and you're seeing the trolley potters pushing the trolleys, just be fascinated with that process and see the innovation that they have, because there was so much innovation that I saw. I wish I've taken my phone with. It was for the first time I just left the phone home. I couldn't even take the video of what I was seeing, the excitement that I was seeing, the transformation, and the small increment that they were doing, and they were communicating and saying, I need help, I need that. All the basic skills that one requires in life and in coaching. So that's me, your coach, Mashudi. If you want to reach out to me, you can leave a message or you can send a WhatsApp on 061 518 3208. And thank you for tuning in and participating. So do share this in your timeline as well. And remember to subscribe. Thank you. Bye-bye.